Hello, Leo, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be an Astroflower reading that is in two parts. The first part, we will be pulling all your 10 petals and seeing how that combines with your elements and your qualities on the Astroflower. If you want to see the Astroflower, there is a link in the description below where you can pull it up and you can see all the elements and your qualities within your flower. So this is how the universe is trying to influence your karmic path at the moment on the spiritual front with the Three of Wands. Then we've got the Ace of Cups, which is your cardinal path, which is your karmic path on the spiritual front. Your karmic path on the material front is the Queen of Swords, and the universe is trying to influence you through the rebirth, I think, or it could well be the death, the end of something. So we'll see how that sort of pans out. It seems to be moving quite quickly on your spiritual sort of front, and your guides are trying to help you out on your material front to understand. For some reason, those all wanted to come out together, and it's probably just as well. We were on a really good roll. So what do we have here? Let's just put these all into place. Okay, so Leo. You got earth and air at the base here, and then you got earth and fire at this base here. And that earth and fire is a bit of it can be a little bit too solid, too passionate, and it sometimes creates sort of blinkered sort of views. And I think that's what that Five of Pentacles is all about. Usually it's like someone who's sort of lost money, or she's a bit disappointed about sort of things and everything like that. But what she realized, if she looked behind her, she'd find she'd got the key to that door to let her in. And it's basically what's your guide is trying to say here is that maybe there's two ways of doing this. This new path that is coming through. If you realize that you don't necessarily have to do it in traditional ways, it could be outside the norm in the way of material wealth, outside the norm in the way of jobs and stuff like that, or businesses or projects and stuff. So your guides could be almost saying, be careful not to get tunnel visions, because it may cause you losses in your life. And almost, I think it's more than anything else, they're asking you not to be so serious about it all. I think, cut yourself a bit slack. Life is difficult as it is. You don't need to add to it, So you have on the karmic path is keeping to your direction of where you should be going in life. She's got the wind at her back. She's also got a hand on the sword, so she's using it like a rudder to give her definite direction, and she's looking where she's going. So it's a really beautiful card. She's signaling her colors. She's got her emotions under control, and she's heading down the path she's supposed to be heading down. And this is what it's coming towards, the Ten of Cups. It's just, there is a lot of happiness in there. There's a lot of trials and tribulations that you've had to go through. It's like those barriers you've had to cross, and those restrictions that have been put on your happiness in the past don't have to be that way. And your cups could literally overflow with joy and happiness, because your other guides are actually trying to help you on that material path of trying to bring in and realize what the universe is offering you. She's jumping out of a treasure trove. So those treasures are from within you, and they are given to you by the universe, as it were, in certain aspects. And if you realize that, you can allow that pure happiness to sort of spring out of you into the rest of the world. And when you do that, you're going to get returns on it on your karmic path, and staying true to it will be a really good idea. The universe here is trying to encourage that new cycle. It's coming in slowly, so it's not quite there yet, but they're trying to encourage you to sort of look at the way you do things, and maybe to look at changing how you do things or just completely changing what you do. But I don't think it's that. I think it's more of a case of this could be like you've started your business up, you've got your shop open. Now you get into how do I tailor make my shop so it's a better experience for my clients and therefore I do better in my job or in my shop and stuff like that. And that's what that sort of it's a new stage of the journey more than anything else, I think. And I think this is what's going to help you here. I think this might well be a really important card because at the base there, you've got that fire and earth again, fixed fire on the inside. Hang on a second. Fixed fire on the inside and then earth and mutable on the inner part, on the outside and the inner part. And then above that, you do have this crossing point of mutable air coming in across your fixed fire. So it could be stimulating in a good and bad way. If you are going to concentrate on your losses and not realize that the path is much longer than your losses, then yeah, it might seem a little bit difficult. And you'll miss those beautiful gifts that you have for the universe or you have for the world that the universe is giving you, to actually have joy. And you have within inside you that Seven of Cups. So there's a lot of choices. But in reality, when you see on this, there's snakes and ladders. So it's a bit like a snakes and ladders game. But there's actually one cup that's doing all that water that's coming out, all those emotions. And therefore, in reality, there might be lots of choices, but there is only one path. So you might be overthinking things within inside you. Okay? On your spiritual side, this is where we get into the air and earth. So therefore, it's a clarity of thinking of how you physically live your life in regards to the emotional side of things, how you do things. And this is why they're noble, sort of Leo. They tend to do things nobly because there's acts to the emotional sort of side. And they're asking you to just let your heart out, let it go, let it offer it to the world. That's like one of those cups that comes out, the Nine of Cups there. One of those cups has got your heart in it, and it's you need to give it to a gift to the people around you, the relationships that are around you and stuff like that. So you feel part of that community. And I think we talked about this before because they're asking you to go on this journey, the universe here, so the Three of Wands. You know where you're going, you know where you've come from. That's why you've got the Three of Wands in the sand. And you're ready to put yourself out there up against the elements. That's what the universe is trying to encourage you to do, to head off on that journey. And above that, and this is where your guides are sort of encouraging you, and above that, you have that Knight of Swords as well, which is a very fast knight. He's got a motorbike and everything, doesn't even have a horse. He's got a motorbike. But above him is that cardinal air that comes in with that fixed fire of your good selves, which is really fast energy. And at the base, you've got cardinal earth with fixed air. So your guides can definitely create a situation where physically it's acts are very possible and concrete in love and things like that. But it also is going to be driving a lot of passion and mental stimulation of what we can do and everything like that. So it's good to explore in your couple or in a new relationship, or explore how you do things in order to get into a new relationship if that's what you want, to go on that journey to explore those sort of avenues. Yeah. And they're sort of your other guides which help in that conversation that's going on within us, which we all have within us, is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, his understanding is built upon previous knowledge with books and etc. He's got loads of books behind him, which I'll show you there. He's got loads of bookshelves. So he's actually understood how he's got there to be a King of the Pentacles. And he is there because he is part of the pack. And it's almost like the pack has put them in that position. And that's what I mean about getting involved and providing your heart, which is really you there. That's what you are, Leo. Providing your heart for the community in order to do acts that actually are very regal and noble. in your community. And this could be within your couple, this could be within your family, community and stuff like that. Because that's what's going to be the end result. And the end result there, the 10 of Cups, pure happiness and stuff like that, you've got that mutable earth coming in and that cardinal water. So at the base of that, you have very fertile land, and it should be emotionally satisfying. That's what you should be doing in life at the moment. So with these acts on the spiritual front, they should be providing emotional stability within you, which will allow you to see clearly, so you're no longer cluttering your head up with too many choices. That's what it seems to be. And on the physical front, there hasn't got a great deal of air, so there's not a lot of mental stimulation going on there, but it's very concrete and it should be quite emotional. And I think that's what that cardinal water is going to be playing a lot on. If you've been watching Somatic TV, you'll see that there's been a lot of coronal holes coming through, so that's affecting your earth. And you have earth at your base here, but it also runs right up through the center of you. A bit like a lotus flower with the two petals out and the bud in the middle. And that lotus flower is you. You can actually be that lotus flower. So try and cut out all of that noise in your head by actually just going ahead and doing things. And the universe will have your back, and it will go quicker. And as it goes quicker, there'll be less choices, and it'll be a lot clearer for you within your body. Yeah. Don't forget, you got the second part of this video coming up, where we will be clarifying these cards. So you will need to subscribe and click that bell, and so then you'll get notification for what's coming up in the future. You already have the Knight of Pentacles, long, steady journey on the spiritual path. This is nice. Okay, well, I will see you in video 2. In the meantime, Leo, don't forget, it should be fun, so please do enjoy.